Well guys, I want to show you our SealMaster Crack Pro 260. It has an air compressor, diesel fired system. This is our standard 85 CFM air compressor. We do have 100 CFM air compressors available. This is our standard system. Our burner, it comes from Cleveland. It's a Beckett burner, regular household fired burner. The nice thing about our Beckett burner is that it's essentially right off the shelf. The only thing we add is we make this thing a 372,000 BTU burner instead of a 250. What that's going to give you is faster heat up times, quicker recoveries. We do put a DC primary control on the side, and that allows this system to run off the diesel engine. We have a 33 horsepower regularly aspirated Kubota diesel engine. The nice thing about Kubotas is that you can go anywhere to get any parts for the system. Very easy to get parts for, very easy to maintain. All of our electronics are done in Medina, and all of our steel comes from northern Ohio. So you come in the morning and you check the oil. Just pull the dipstick, make sure there's oil in it. Walk around the system, look all around, make sure there's nothing dripping. Check your lines, make sure everything looks secure. You push this tattletale in, and what this is going to do is, in the event that it finds that you got low voltage or that's overheating, or the water's not right or something on the system, it's going to shut down the motor and protect itself. So just like this, you push in the button, preheat, and start it up. Throttle's right over here. Let it idle for a few moments. Diesels like to idle, of course, and then bring it up just a little bit and then tighten it over. And this is how you know how far you want to take it up. When you come up here, you're going to operate your Crack Pro system curbside and to the rear. The benefit is that you have a full view over top of the machine of the work site in the event that you're on the road, number one, and you're off the side of the road, number two. You turn on the power control and your AC power. This needle is going to come over into the green when you have the proper amount of voltage. If you've got too much throttle, it's going to go over too far. If you don't have enough, it's going to be up here. But the reason why this needs to be in the green is because we have an electrically heated hose, and we want our hose to be heated at the right point, and that's going to give us the right RPMs. Now, to get out the hose, pull the pin, lift the keeper, slide the hose out. Grab a hold of your hose and lift straight up. This is your pump. You pull this trigger and the material flows. Let go of the trigger and the pump stops. This particular one is a horn. The benefit of that is if you're on a noisy job site and the guy's not paying attention, you can beep this and he'll know whether to pull up or come back. This shoe will allow you to go in 360 degrees operation. When you lift it up, this stopper falls in and keeps the material from leaking out. It's a drip-less stopper, dripless shoe. You see how that just got in a kink right there? That's just normal operation of the system. I didn't do that on purpose, it just happens. And then this just folds right back into place. And then we've got a little bungee strap to hold this down. Hose back around. Again, lift your keeper and slide your hose right into place. What did I just do to that hose? Our hose is braided stainless steel, Teflon lined, and instead of running the electronics down the back, they wrap around so the hose can come within a 3-foot radius of itself and not damage the system. Our standard air wand is a 50-foot hose reel. This will give me 85 CFM, 50-foot of hose reel for your travel to get the cracks blown out. It's also available in a 100-foot hose reel. If you've got a really bad day like we have today, where we've had a storm overnight, we have wet cracks, but we got dry road surfaces and it's improving. What we're going to do is we're going to use the heat lance
The heat lance is going to mix the power of the propane with the air compressor, and we're going to connect it together right through this system right here. Now, one of these is air, and one of these is propane. Now, you start it off in the off position, gas off also. Take a striker, strike it up, give yourself a little more gas, a little more gas, a little more gas. You got some flame coming out, a little bit of air, a little bit of gas, a little bit of air, a little bit of gas. You do not want to have flame coming out the bottom, but you want to have hot air coming out of here, and you can actually hear the sound. But if you're running it along and somebody tells you this thing's getting cherry red, you want to add just a little more air or cut down the fuel a little bit. We've built 2 shelves on this particular model. You can get loading doors on both sides. Open this up, take your block of material, put it up onto your shelf, and load it right into the machine. These shelves will, and sir, can I have you sit right here? Ken, can I have you sit right here? Sit up on there. Get your feet up off the ground. Move over a little bit. I'm gonna grab the side. These shelves right here will hold at least 150 pounds. What do you think? 3 of us weigh a little more than that? They're designed to hold 600. So you can put 600 pounds of material on these shelves to load them in. Makes it a lot easier to load. Go ahead and step down for a second. Your loading height is chest high. So you pick up your boxes from here, put them on here, and then drop it as it's closing right into the tank.
When you close the door, the agitator switches back on.
This machine has about 80 hours on it, and there's no material running over the sides or splashed onto the top. We're heating up the asphalt, and we're blowing out the cracks, and we're cleaning out the mud, and we're also going to take out the foliage. Bring the hose out here, stand it straight up. This is the trigger for the pump, and you're going to hear that telltale sound of air coming through like a balloon popping. And there you go. Put the material in the cup, and this will allow you to push it. Now, when you first get started, it's not going to push all that quickly because you've got the old rubber from the last time you used it. You can see how flat it stays to the surface. So when the snow plows come by in the wintertime, it takes it off minimally. Some of the other shoes that are out there will give you a little more material than you want left on the surface. Now, if you like those shoes, we have them too. You're not going to hear that noise again because we have fresh material in there, so it's going to come out more liquid. And then we're just going to fill in this big hole you guys got. You can see all this bubbling. That's still moisture that's still down inside the crack. That's actually bubbling out. All of our equipment and our material is made in Sandusky, Ohio, where we've been manufacturing these things since 1969.